In 1943, a dead inventor's private study was quietly entered by federal officials. Boxes were filled with his notebooks and blueprints, taken without much explanation. The man was Nikola Tesla, and what happened to those papers is still debated today. Tesla was born in 1856 in a small village in the Austrian Empire. As a boy, Tesla watched his older brother die in a riding accident, and strange visions began soon after. He grew obsessed with electricity, seeing patterns others could not see. By his 20s, he had designs in his head for a machine that ran on alternating current. He briefly worked for Thomas Edison, who dismissed his ideas outright. The two men became rivals in what history now calls the War of Currents. Tesla partnered with George Westinghouse to prove alternating current could win. In 1893, Tesla's system lit the World's Fair, and alternating current became the standard we still use. Tesla should have been rich beyond measure, but he cared more about the next invention. He began dreaming even bigger of a world powered by free wireless energy for everyone. To prove it, he needed money. And in 1901, J.P. Morgan agreed to fund the project. Tesla built a massive tower on Long Island called Wardenclyffe. Hands carefully sketched motor blueprints, a quiet obsession that consumed his day. It rose nearly 200 feet, crowned with a giant copper dome. Tesla promised it would send messages and eventually power across the ocean. If energy could be transmitted freely through the air, how would anyone charge for it? When Morgan realized the plan could not be metered or monetized, he grew uneasy. Whatever the full reason, Morgan cut the funding and refused to send more. Construction stopped. Workers left, and the tower stood unfinished and silent. Tesla never fully recovered, financially or in reputation, after Wardenclyffe fell. He spent his later years increasingly alone, feeding pigeons, growing quietly forgotten. But he kept working, and in the 1930s, he made a startling claim. He said he had designed a weapon capable of destroying aircraft from great distances. The newspapers gave it a dramatic name, calling it a death ray. He tried to sell the plans to the United States government, but was turned away. On January 7th, 1943, Tesla was found dead, alone in his study. Within hours, officials arrived and reviewed his documents, citing national security. Officially, 2 truckloads of papers were taken for review by military scientists. A scientist named John Trump examined them and reported nothing dangerous was found. Yet for decades afterward, the FBI kept receiving letters asking about a death ray file. Director J. Edgar Hoover was repeatedly forced to deny the Bureau even had it. To this day, some of Tesla's documents remain unaccounted for. Was it simply wartime caution, or something the world was not meant to have? Nikola Tesla changed how the world receives power, then vanished into a mystery he never solved. Tesla stood before an audience, ready to demonstrate the future of electricity. Every invention started the same way, with a single spinning idea. Far from home, he pressed forward, chasing a vision no one else could see yet. Every invention started the same way, with a single spinning idea. Far from the noise of the city, quiet places held their own kind of clarity. Every idea he had was recorded, page after page, in notebooks few people ever saw. He crossed oceans more than once, chasing backers, chasing believers, chasing time. Even the quietest places on earth would one day run on the current he pioneered. Somewhere in a home tonight, a light will turn on without anyone thinking twice about how. Time moved differently for him, measured not in hours, but in unfinished ideas. Some mornings, even genius needed nothing more than stillness to keep going.